I grew up in a really small town. Our high school class was 86, so this kind of gives you an idea of that. We grew up on a farm. I got the chance to shadow an emergency room physician at a local hospital, and I was like, this is pretty cool. And talking to some family and other leaders in the community, they were like, well, have you thought about being a doctor? And I was like, you know what? I think I can do that. It was just the love of wanting to help people because I realized that health is wealth. At the end of the day, if you're not well, you can't work. You can't take care of your family. You can't be able to do the things you love. So I wanted to be able to do something so I could help people and keep them well for their family. When I chose residency, a couple things happened. I met my husband in med school. And so he was actually in the military and was stationed in Columbus, Georgia.
We moved into this community after my retirement from the military. My wife was a doctor working in another office. We thought we could do better.
And I'm like, well, residency told us, that's kind of hard. And a lot of doctors aren't doing this dinosaur. You got to do HR, you got to do management, you got to do all these other things. I just want to take care of patients. I want them to get good care. And he's like, well, you take care of patients, I'll take care of the rest. And that's our story now going on 11 years.
There was a gap for care and services here in the Phenix City community. Quite more available services in Columbus, Georgia, across the river, but we enjoy the community.
So I started out first just being myself, and then we ended up hiring 2 other nurse practitioners, and we're also looking at bringing another physician on next year. So we have about 22 to 24 full-time staff here, including our front office, back office, lab personnel, admin assistants, and our admin department. When we started our practice, we knew we wanted to go ahead and have an electronic health record. There was not any option there. We wanted to have that practice management so we can have that seamless flow and be able to get our information readily. I've worked at clinics where literally the size of this room is charts. And I'm like, just thinking of that gives me palpitations just as far as HIPAA violations, information being lost, not being legible. So we ended up starting off with subpar competition, but it didn't work well. I had a lovely name that didn't live up to it. And I'd worked with some previous ones at residency, so I knew I didn't want to use those. And so someone came to talk to us about AdvancedMD. And it's been very positive for myself and for patient care. Everything else is like a blur until you get to what works. So it's like you just want to block it. Like, what was that? Dream? Facial? I don't know what that was.
I try to use whatever is current, what's innovative, what is forward-looking. AdvancedMD is very turnkey. It allows me to do whatever is needed for the patient.
Then you're able to focus on the patient, because that's the main issue that patients have with electronic records. They feel like their doctor isn't listening to them. And so a lot of that is you don't have a system that's easy to work with. And it makes you look like a superstar, because some of them were like, oh, your memory is so great. Yes, it is, but AdvancedMD, because I can click right here and see what we talked about, what we need to do, and it kind of keeps us all together and straight. And with the fact that you also can have it on your phone, so that ends up being really, really helpful.
It allows us to make more expedient decisions because we don't have to wait till we get back, on the go, just to make it happen.
From laptop to desktop to on your phone, it's a very easy system to use. The other cool thing I love about it is the fact that it interfaces with a portal. So I have patients that if they want to go through their email and ask us questions, they can send us questions so they don't have to try to always get through the busy phone line. It saved the fact that we can keep our phone lines open for like new patients that are trying to schedule or like acute or urgent issues versus just the basic, I can't make my appointment. You want to keep that phone line up. That's the lifeline of your practice. So we've discovered with having these features, patient satisfaction in what they verbalize has improved because they feel like, hey, I have different ways I can get in touch with my doctor and let them know what's going on. So they sign up for the portal, I can go ahead and give them the handout or the information, or I can send it to the email for the portal for them to see. Not only is this providing them great information, it provides a record of, hey, we discussed this, I gave you this information, you can check it out later. And it has various languages. Awesome. Literally this week, I probably spoke with 4 or 5 Vietnamese families. I spoke with 2 or 3 Spanish families. And so myself, hablo español poquito, Vietnamese, none. So the deal is when I go into AdvancedMD and I'm able to check, the information that, connects with Google and the internet and pulls handout, and I can pull up something about what is diabetes and what is your cholesterol in Vietnamese, you've totally made my day.
The demand for quality is heightened, both from the insurance companies as well as the patient. We can't do much if we don't get reimbursed for the work we do. Being able to scrub our claims, send them out cleanly, get our claims reimbursed within 72 hours of some of the payers, and that allows me to have cash flow. And cash flow is what matters. I don't want it all at the end of the year. I want it throughout the year, a little bit at a time.
for both of us, it's a balance. Work hard, play hard, and that helps us be more efficient. So it's really good.